Welcome. Today we're going to talk about journal entries, and this is how accountants record journal entries. So I've written down some steps for you to look at, and they're fairly easy. The first thing we want to look at is what happened. All right. The first entry we typically get is the owner puts money into the business. If you're following along on page 84, we'll try and look at problem 2.1a. All right. So what accounts are affected? So if the owner puts money in the business, the first account that might be affected is, let's take a look at the sample. To launch a company, the owner invested $100,000 cash, office equipment with a value of $5,000, and $60,000 of drafting equipment in exchange for common stock. The first account affected would be cash. All right. So we ask ourselves, did it increase or decrease? We are the company. Well, there's more money, there's more cash in the company, so it went up. What type of account is cash? It's an asset. Okay. Should we debit or credit the account? Look at the transactions below. Assets increase, that's a debit. So what we'll do is we'll write down the first part of this, debit, which is on the left, cash, 100,000. Okay, we've done that. Let's take a look. We've written it down, put it in our spreadsheet. What's the next account that's affected? In this case, the next one is office equipment with a value of $5,000 goes into the company. What type? Oh, it increases. We have more office equipment than we had. What type of account is it? Office equipment is another asset. It increases. So should we debit or credit that? Assets increase, that's a debit. So let's go and write that down. We're going to put down office equipment. Oops. Whoa. Office equipment. Let's just summarize here. Again, $5,000, and we're good. We've written some more down. Okay, so let's take a look at the next thing that happens in that account. It says that the company also received $60,000 worth of drafting equipment. Okay, so we're actually on the next account here. Did it increase or decrease? We have more drafting equipment into the company, so it increased. What type of account is drafting equipment? It's something we own, it's an asset. Should we debit or credit? Asset increase, that's a debit. So we're going to write down drafting equipment. Now I'm abbreviating. Debit, $60,000. Debits go on the left, right? Okay. That's pretty good. What happened next? Well, if we take a look at, let's see, problem 2.1a, in exchange for common stock. So common stock is our next account. So what do? Well, first account, we got that. Common stock is our next account. What type of account is it? Common stock is an equity account. Should we debit or credit it? Well, it increase the equity of the company. It's an equity account, so equity increase, that's a credit. All right. So we're going to jot that down in our example. So stock, credit. Credits go on the right. So we've got two columns set up here, and we've got a total of what? $165,000. All right, we are done. We've had 4 accounts with this particular entry. We've written them all down. All right, and we're good. Our debits equal our credits. Oops, in case you missed it, let me just move this down a line. Couple lines. Paste. Here's our debits. I'm going to abbreviate that CR, which means left. Here's our credits, which means right. The total of the debits equals the total of the credits. So we're good. So that is how we write a journal entry. Great. I hope you followed along.